Good afternoon, students. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, sir. We're fine, sir.
Mm, good job.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Um, does anyone have access to a past paper on hand now? Yeah, no?
Checking, sir. Checking.
All right, do me a favor. If you do, I'm going to ask you to drop a copy of it in the chat for me, please. I I want to do something. All right. All right. I gave you. Let's see what to check from you. Come in.
Let me just find the one day. I think I used it in 2018. But the others one will have a hard copy, not a soft copy. That I just realized. So only a soft copy that I have. Nothing.
All right, it's downloading here, so I want to go in from now, and I want to see how far we are in our own preparation. Sorry, can you share the paper for me, please? I'm only taking a bit of a while to download.
Oh, so you want me to share your screen and show the
Yes,
paper?
please. Yes, thanks. Yeah.
Okay, give me a moment, please. First, I want to look on first.
All right. Can you go back to number one for me, please?
Yeah, this is question one.
All right. And this is calculus two?
Yes, sir.
All right, scroll back up to this and let me see something. What year paper is this?
2018 August.
Because question one is calculus one, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I've done all of those in calculus one. All right, scroll to Mr. 1B. No, we don't reach there yet. Question three, I don't reach that yet. All right, so your screen. Oh, okay, fine. It's all right. I'm seeing it now. Um, all right, so question one.
Oh, I think some past papers in the WhatsApp group, you know.
All right, do me a favor. Let me see question four. Is there a question four?
Um, yes.
Okay. All right, so we don't reach this yet. All right, do me a favor. Let's just do a 1B. We're all doing 1B using Newton-Raphson to show that there's a root. Um, please click on fast. I'm not spending more than 20 minutes on, well, not even 20 minutes. I'm not spending more than 50 minutes on this question here. So 1B it is. Thank you, sir. 1B it is. Start for me, please. Has anyone gotten the first iteration?
Yes, sir.
Okay, send it and let me see what it is that you have. Anybody else got the first iteration?
Still working, sir.
Okay. Remember, we don't want to spend the whole class time on this. So 5 more minutes and then I'm ready to continue and move on. All right, students. Has anyone completed the question? Well, I'm seeing 2 persons responded. What's the first iteration? Hmm?
Then we get 0.244 millimeters, right?
Yeah, so I'm seeing, I think that, but for what? That's the first iteration?
Yes, sir.
How did you
No,
get that?
0.5, sir. Sorry. 0.5 out for first iteration.
How did you get 0.5?
0 and 1, and then divide by 2.
Also.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
let me just use it from methods I did before.
Did they give you the interval?
No,
Okay, so when you're not given the interval, what do you have to do?
you have to use one. You just choose a point to use to put in the formula. So choose 0.
It was 0.
Yes, sir.
And when you put
Yeah.
0,
Mm-hmm.
what did you get?
With 6.
Okay, and then and you chose 1,
Yes, sir.
and when you put 1 in the way you get.
With 16.
Yeah, but is there a change of sign right there?
So we'll change of sign.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back. No,
Did the sign change from positive to negative?
no, sir.
That means you can't use that then.
Can't use that. Oh, maybe make a mistake.
Is anyone else in the class hearing what it is that the conversation between Tarek and myself?
I see him in the middle, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Rayton, is the same thing you do too?
Yes, sir. Well, not as I what did I do? All right, so I use 0.5, but I don't think I use the same thing as him. I guess I pulled from the fact that I was looking at one of the previous questions where they gave us an interval. So I probably did something wrong there.
Same thought process.
Yeah, so based on what you're saying, Rayton, is the same thing that Tarek verbalized to me. But I'm happy that that this question came to the fore today, because I'm particularly concerned. When you're given the interval, what do you do?
Yes, sir.
I can divide by 2.
From the man and divide by 2.
You add the lower and the upper bounds and divide by 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were you given the intervals here?
No, sir.
No,
No.
sir.
What do you do next if you're not given the interval?
All right, sir. Me no pull in a class, sir, but yo, sorry. Can you hear me clearly? We
Yeah,
assume
man.
say x either 1 or 2, and we substitute them in the formula, and
Mhm.
get the so anyway add them and then divide by 2.
Okay.
All
No,
right.
sir. That's
Yes,
not
sir.
no, you can't assume, because you see, when I started out this topic, if you're going to assume that it's 1 or 2, I get a telephone call in Kingston to say, yo, somebody get abducted, and somebody from Oterios pick up the call. I say, all right, me soon come. Does that make any sense?
No, sir.
No,
Why not? Why not? Tell me why.
Too far away.
too far away. So you don't know how close you are for your iteration, and you may be working and reach all the sixth and seventh and eighth iteration, and you still cannot get close to your root. So you can't do that. You can't do that. It's not supposed to be done. And I'm going to tell you, I'm sleep deprived because I had to make some contribution towards your end of semester exam, Calculus 2, Calculus 1. And I did those last night. And I sent it off. Now, there is a strong possibility that a question of a similar nature to this one, in terms of not given the interval, and for you to find the interval, could be very much beyond the paper. Could be very much be one of the questions on the exam paper. So you have to follow my lead in how to approach the questions. Students, you can't just go into the exam. I'm teaching you one thing, and going into the exam because they own something. That don't make it. So yes, so I've gotten 3 responses from students who said that, sir, you just add 0 and 1, or add 1 and 2, divide it by 2 and get the stuff. That could very well be you in Ocho Rios, but an incident happened in New Kingston. That not help me. 45 minutes to clear the toll, and then we have another 45 minutes in a Kingston because of the heavy traffic. So that's 1 hour and 30 minutes already. 1 hour and 30 minutes can carry someone go.
Sir, I'm not cut you.
You.
So we get a function like this, sir. And we don't get it. We add say, all right, for example, this here, so say 1 cube plus 9x, 1 square plus 6. And we solve that. And then after we want the next root, we use 2. Like we use 1 already because we start from 0. And after we find the answer for both function, we add them up and divide by 2.
What? Say what now? Alvin, what are you talking about? No. No. Students, how do we know that? Name one way you can find the interval of the function. What did you see me do?
So I think you did something with a -1 and a +1.
Right. So I'm gonna find, I don't know who was speaking. Somebody was speaking and didn't use the correct term. But it's really trial and error. It is really trial and error. So what I'm gonna do is to substitute 1 into the function, and then substitute 0, substitute 2, substitute 3. I can also substitute a negative value. And once it is that the sign changes from positive or negative, I know that there's a root within that interval. If I have 2 positive, there is no root between the interval. 2 negatives, there is no root between the interval. So let us check -1. -1 cubed is -1. But -1 squared is +1. And +1 times 9 is +9. So -1 plus 9 is +8. And +8 plus 6 is +14. That's +14. But when I put in 0, I'm going to get 6. 14 and 6, it now cut it. There is no root between those. All right. So let me try, incidentally, let me try -2. I mean, +2. Well, incidentally, let me just say, would you suggest for me to try any positive values?
No,
No,
sir.
Why not?
because I keep on with the positive for the value.
Okay, let me
Well,
hear the other person. I thought more than one person responded. Let me ask the question again. Would I use a positive value to check for my possible roots?
no, sir.
Tell me why.
Because you end up with a positive value when you put it in a formula. And that's what I think.
Right. So if I put a positive value, the value is going to get more positive, don't?
Yes, sir. So you
Because
have
I
to
have
use
x cubed plus 9x squared plus 6. I don't have any negative values there, don't?
no, sir. So you have to use a
Right.
negative value.
I'd have to go use a negative value. Very good.
Based on the fact they have a cube and square, so it's possible that you get a positive and a negative.
Very good. So right there and then, I can see that my first iteration is going to be something that is negative. And this is where I want you guys to go. We already tried 0. 0 is a good number to try. We got 6. Let us try -1. Or we just tried -1 also. And we got 14, I think it was.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let us try -2. -2 cubes is -8. But -2 squared is +4. And 4 times 9 is 36. And 36 plus 6 is 42. So that's not going to give me a negative value. Right? Because we have the 0 to give 6. We try -1, we get 14. We try -2, we get another positive value. Let us try -3. What is -3 here? It's cube. -3 cube is
-27, sir.
-27. And -3 squares is,
9.
and 9 times 9 is 81, and 81 plus 6 is 87. So that's not working. So if I could try -4, -4 cube is
-64.
-64. Students, you're working too slow with those values, you know. Yeah, so -64. -4 cube, no, -4 squares is 16 times 9 is
144.
144 plus 6 is 150. 150, and then we can have -27. So that now work neither. And then now you recognize that it's going up. For try -5, 5, 5, 25, 25 times 9 is enough. 25 times 4 is 100, that can be 200. What is 25 times 9?
225.
225. 225. 225 plus 6 is 231. What is 25 times? Sorry, what is 5 times 5 to the third power?
125.
Right, so it's still short. So we're still gonna end up with a positive value. So we still end up with a positive value. So we know that the root is not there. I don't know if you see the point that I'm making. Rayton and Tariq and Bekarno, the ones that suggested some values to me, because I'm having positive values. I'm having positive values. So I'm not seeing a positive value and then a negative value where it is that I can say, oh, I have found a root, right? So it has to go on and on and on and on. All right. Now I am going to move on and ask that you try and find the values for this one. Let me tell you what it is. And in 2018, this, had the, say for example, this is a past paper question that them decides to carry back. Would I make a put up a noise because stationary points like this and point of inflection and intercept and so forth are things that I taught you in Calculus 1. They are not on the Calculus 2 syllabus. What is on the Calculus 2 syllabus with the stationary point are multivariable functions. Multivariable functions, right? And that is like the question 3. Scroll up for question 3 for me, please, Terry. So, right. So this one here that says the annual labor cost of materials in millions of dollars for a company's production and computers is given by C of xy is equal to 2x cubed, square plus all of that, where annual labor cost is that and the annual material cost is that. That's a question on stationary point. All right. That question now is stationary points of a multivariable function. The one that is in question 1 is stationary point of a single variable function. The single variable function is done for calculus 1. The multivariable function is done for calculus 2. All right. Okay. So see if you can come up with a stuff for me, please, and try working the question. But just remember, my point is the root, you can't just randomly select a value because you must have a change of sign to say to you that the function has cut across the x-axis, thereby telling you, indicating to you that the root of the function lies between such and such. If it's not given, you can't evaluate it. Am I clear right here, or you want me to say it again?
Yes, sir. So we can just pick any number randomly. We have to choose a
Right.
number which gives a negative and a positive reasonably when you calculate it. So
Absolutely. And if you don't think that makes sense, I can have a crisis in Kingston at least in EDFL. And then we can ask somebody from Ocherios to come help me. Don't make no sense.
it makes sense to say, but it seems time consuming.
It don't make no sense because if it is somebody who is going to be jumping from a building and I need police officers to go on and see the person. By the time the police officer come, somebody jump off a building already. It's better for me to call somebody down Upper Constant Spring to come than Ocherios. So you have to be very smart in how it is that you do your calculations. That's the point I'm making. Very strategic in how it is done. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, when it's a time consuming, me that refer to the question really, and I said to go through so many different numbers. Because
oh no, but that is just quickly time. I'm trying and error doing.
Yeah, because when I look for it, the 2
hours. Yeah, but in Tariq, in all fairness though, when you look at the function, you are saying to yourself that if I put a positive value in there, a positive value plus a positive value plus a positive all right. So already I'm using some maturity industry, right?
Okay.
Select country, right? Yeah, so I can do that. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to do the rest of that for homework. I'm happy that, and I think the Lord specifically directed Tarek to this question because, and I'm saying this, be on your lookout. Something like this could possibly come on the exam. Could possibly come on the exam. To be honest, it won't take so long to find the intervals, but something on the lookout. Yes, go ahead, please.
Sir, I use -10 and get -94.
And then what was -9? What was -9?
Positive 6, sir.
You got +6?
Yes, sir.
So the something like between what and what then?
That'll be what, between 0 and 6?
No, man.
-9 and -10, sir.
-9 and -10. Thank you, Return. You follow what I'm saying, Carno? You
Okay.
say when he did -9, he got
Six.
+6.
Yes,
That's what
sir.
you said, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. But when you did -10, you get a negative value, don't?
Okay, -94.
Right. So that means you cross over the x-axis. Because in one sense, -9 gave you a positive number, but in other sense, a -10 gives you a negative number. So that means one of your roots lie between -9 and -10. Does that make sense to the class? Can't even see on the written. I don't understand that, you know. I don't have private classes, and I taught everybody this concept already. Please respond to me. Are you okay with that?
Yes, sir. May I plug in the values and see the next
Yes,
time?
sir.
But it's on. Sorry.
All right. So Tariq, in all fairness, based on my analysis of the question, the first part of the question, you
Yes,
would have
sir.
gotten your stationary points, your turning points, or your critical points. So this question, you would have seen where the critical points are, and the critical points would be pretty close to the values that give you a positive and negative. So the critical points are very close to what the corner that he just did and got -9 and -10. So, you know, for fun, what you can do, since all of you know how to do the stationary points out of class for fun, you can work the stationary point question in part A and see how it relates to the Newton-Raphson in part B. However, to calculate part B, it doesn't make sense for when you substitute by trial and error, consecutive values in the function that are coming back to you, Lefano, you said something I need to talk about because I used the word consecutive just now. The consecutive values. It doesn't make sense for you to just randomly guess 1 and 2, 0 and 2. It's way off because based on what Karno says, he did -9 and got a +6, and then did -10 and get -9 to 4. So therefore, the values will lie between -9 and -10. All right. Now, when Karno gave me the information, Karno says, "Oh, sir, so since -10 gives you -9 and 4, that means there's a root between 6 and -10." And Riton came in and says, "No, -9 and -10. Tell me why I wouldn't use 6 or 0. Sam says 0. Why wouldn't I use 0? Because 0 was, oh, that's where got it. It says not 6, it's 0. So 0 would have given me +6. Why would I not use 0 and -10? Can Riton please don't answer? Why would I not use 0 and -10, guys?
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know. Make sure I see it. That's clear.
Okay. Anybody else? Do you have an idea, Riton?
Oh no, not really, sir. I just know the values, not the reasoning.
I said it just now though. And let me repeat myself. So Karna says, "Sir, I got something similar now because -9 gave me 6. And -10 gave me -9 to 4. And then I asked where the root lies, and then he says 0 and -10. And then Rachel said, no, -9 and -10. Think about it. 0, -10, -9, -10.
They're too far from each other. That's all comes to mind.
Very good. It's a bit too far from each other. Look at where 0 is to -10. Can you remember, you know, when you
Yeah,
put
that,
1 in
that
there,
wide span, sir, it wouldn't be the root, sir.
right? When you put in 1, you got a positive number. And when you put in 2, you got a positive number. And when you put in 3, you got a positive, sorry, -1, you got a positive number, -2, a positive number, -3, a positive number, 4, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, a positive number. And you put in -9, and you still get a positive number. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good. So if you go try 0, or even say try get a little closer, and say you're going to try -6, it is still too far because I know that there's no root lie between 6 and 7 and 7 and 8 and 8 and 9, because all those will give me positive numbers. So that's why I use the word consecutive, because right about now I can tell you that there is a root. Once you substitute and get your -6, a +6 rather, for -9, and you get your -94 for your -10, you cannot tell me that there is no root between -9 and -10. It means that all that I would have taught you is foolishness. Am I making any sense right there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunate that you're the only one that answers. I don't know where the others are.
Yes, sir. Total sense to me.
A little confused on some parts, but I'm making my way to understanding, sir.
Mm-hmm. So you have to be very careful, guys. Don't start too far, because hear me out. Even if you were to start from 0, I do 3 or 4 iterations. But the 3 or 4 iterations it did were correct to the T. But we are still far off from the root. Do you think I'll give you any mark?
No, sir.
0. 0 mark. And what it is that you have done is to waste a 15 or 20 minutes to do something that you're not going to get any marks for. So be warned, be guided by my instructions. I don't think it happened by chance tonight that we're having this conversation. All right, so I must move. Just to say that those of you who are doing the calculus one as a self-paced on Saturday, the course is now on Patreon. Please go ahead and select, so it is that you can be counted among the numbers. All right. While I look for something to present to you tonight, a little word of encouragement. I never normally compare my students because different batch of students perform differently. I've had a batch in the past that was extremely competitive. Jesus, please. Was extremely competitive. It's like everybody in the class was just a top student. And I've also taught a class where I had struggling students. So I say this to say to you, the only way we can combat
I will be competitive.
this, no, no, man, not that. The only way we can combat the deficiencies. I love the competitiveness, because it forces somebody to study. So when you decide, say, you want to watch Netflix, it's a rock stone, but John Brown, now go study man and test a comp and John Brown go get me. No, I want to get more than John Brown. So the competitiveness is good. It puts you and keeps you on your toes. All right. So what I did, I skipped the mean value theorem. Why? Because I wanted to get through some of these big boys here. So I'm going to go back to that at some point in time. But I just wanted to, yeah, I just wanted to get you to that point. All right. So how is the trapezoidal going?
So we just get a new calculator, so we're just ready to try another question. So,
All right, good. All right, so let me just project this one and then talk to you about something. All right, so you see the calculation I have on screen where again we did the actual calculation and got -5.5. So the actual, the approximation was -5.5, but the actual calculation was -6. The actual calculation was -6. -11/2 is -5.5. But the actual calculation we got to be -6, I think. Yeah. Now, there are times scenarios will be given and they're asking us to find the errors. Scenarios will be given and say, yo, boom, find an area for me now. What is the error in the calculation? What is the error in the calculation? So it's not for me to, what I'm not interested in doing is just to teach you how to solve a question. When you're able to internalize a question, understand what the question I say. More if you internalize a question and understand what the question is saying. Do it make sense to you? You do and don't do. What was the last question? What was the last question I gave you? The one that was 1.11? Yes. I don't think I gave you that one. Did I give you an exponential? Did I give you an exponential one? Only talk to me now.
yes, they gave us an exponential one.
All right, give me the formulation for the exponential function I gave you.
3 for the upper limit, 0 for the lower, and then it was e raised to x squared plus 1. From memory serves me right. Somebody can confirm that one.
Okay, yes, you're correct. I'm seeing that question.
I did it, yes.
All right, so I'm seeing that question. All right. Thanks for that, Tarek. All right, so I'm running out of questions there. I mean, when I say running out, I mean I don't have any more exponential question, but I have. Okay, all right. So let me give you this one to do. I hope I've not given you this one just yet. Look at that and see if you've gotten that before, please. I doubt it. Because I think that was supposed to be my other question last class. And then I say, no, let me jump to the exponential. So I doubt it. Start working that one for me, please, guys. We know we need to put some pep in the step. We're taking too long And it means that you guys are looking back because you don't fully digest what is going to be required of you. And you have to start digesting it. Start from it, please. As I'm hearing students coming and going, I'm right here, listening to the chimes coming in and leaving. Are we any closer to solving the root for this question?
Getting there.
Making our way, sir. Making our
Yeah, good job. I'm right here. Continue working, please.
Sir,
Yeah, man, I'm seeing your answer, Demoy. Um, I'm also seeing an answer for Locarno. And all right, Locarno, I agree with you to the T. Very good. The more I check over something for me, please. Oh, you're lucky. And that's not even all of it. The squared units, not just units.
Unit
Squared
squared.
units. Yeah, unit
Unit
squared.
squared.
Unit squared, yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir. When I know how to do the subscript in the chat.
Yeah. Right. But
Yes, sir. I know a unit squared.
right. So very good, Colonel. The more you're off by a
sir, I'm
little
still
bit.
wrong.
Yeah, man, you're off by a little bit. Just look over the calculations again for me. So, Colonel, you are correct to the T. Um, the more just go through the calculation again. There's something that you missed in the calculations. It's supposed to be more than what you give me, but you're not too far off. Very, very nice, Lacano. Very nice, the more you and let the effort. Come the rest of you. What was the error, Demoy? Demoy?
Sir,
Yes, yeah, clearly you found the error. Where you made it?
sir, I don't even know.
Well, you're not correct, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
So you started the question over from the top?
No, sir, I just put it in a different way into the calculator.
So what that said to you?
I mean, if you practice more with the calculator.
Mm-hmm. The calculator use is a problem. Yes, so you are correct to the T. I don't see the unit square still, but I'm not gonna beat you up to that.
Calm and wait, sir. Wait.
Mhm. I'm only seeing 2 students respond so far, both of which are correct, or both of whom are correct. Um, come guys, I need to see the rest. A few more minutes so we can go through the stuff. Guys, you're killing this topic. And incidentally, there is a question on this on the exam. I'm just saying. I'm telling somebody who, I'm telling a friend. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Rayton. Your answer is incomplete though, Kenneth. Thanks for giving me a complete answer, Rayton. Very nice. I've received 4 answers from the class. There are 12 of them. 8 and 4, 12. And we hear from 8 more students. Good to see those 4 students understanding. Remember, what is not going to help you is if you're using any AI solver. When you go into the exam, you won't have them to help. So do it and make your mistakes, and they will be able to correct you. But very good. Thanks, Sir Kenneth. Waiting for the others to come in. Very good, Alwyn. Keep up the good work. Very nice. The rest of you, I need to see. I need to see the rest of you. TKL, I need to see yours. Taj, wait, Taj is here and you know, heal me up. All right, keep it up. Andrew.
So I'm
Tariq.
away from the computer, you know, I literally just got back. Literally just.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Just make a mistake. Correct it now.
Okay. Mr. Hamilton, a very pleasant afternoon to you too, sir. Andrew SS, I don't see nothing from you yet. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Rajay, nothing from you either. So again, thanks Alvin, thanks Kenneth, thanks Riton, thank you Demoy, thank you the Carno. Waiting on the others.
Sir, answer the thing to that, right?
Just seeing these three. Then Andrew, only if you know this, Andrew. If you never say anything, we must know that. TKL, that's good. Tariq, where you get that from?
Alright, you need to check box for wait, sorry.
So some of you may be wondering, why is it that Patient, relaxed, reluctant. I don't know what word you want to use, adjective you want to use. I don't want to project the answer because I know last class we had a challenge with the calculator use. Over the years, I have an issue with the use of the calculator in doing the trapezoidal. Not that you don't know what to do, but you're not getting the answer out because you're inputting incorrect algorithm into the calculator. So this exercise is just to explain what is happening. Sir Hamilton, you are correct, thank you, but you're incomplete. You need to have the unit squared. Forgiven. All right, so there are a few more students. In 3 minutes time, I'm going to project my solution so that those who don't know what to do can benefit from it. 3 more minutes from now.
Where that new one doesn't send is that the correct answer?
Sorry, talking without unmuting. Yeah, that looks much better, except if I not see my unit squared.
Oh, all right.
You see, how many of you keep, so many times I say it, and how many of you still sending me the answer without the unit squared? Again, penalize you for not putting the unit squared. So yes, you're now correct. What was the problem with why I got that? Did you do any calculation, different calculation, or you just recalc? Did you
What
make?
had,
Go ahead.
what had happened is that I did the addition, in regards to like yes, no, the, all right, so maybe I'll put the fraction in front of the sum of everything.
Oh, okay. The three
Yes,
tens
sir.
talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, sir. So that had happened. So once I multiplied it to the first figure that I sent to you, I got the answer, which you said is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
So, an update in regards to EducaSoft will be given after at the end.
I had a conversation today with the acting head of the math department, expressing my disappointment because I was promised that it would have been on Friday of last week.
Yeah.
By Friday of last week, I came to the class and I told you what I was told. And from last week, I have been sending messages. And to be honest with you, I have not gotten one response. And I'm just very livid. The thing is that I'm supposed to now escalate the matter to the principal. And I'm waiting until, matter of fact, I'm going to send another message tonight, following which I'll have a conversation with the principal because it is regretted and it's unfortunate. I'm very livid at this point in time. Last week, Wednesday, I went and sat and had a meeting. I got a confirmation and I said, no, it's not last week Wednesday. It's not last week Wednesday.
the week before
It
because
was the
you
week
tell us
before. It
because
was
you
the week
tell us that it
before.
would have been Wednesday, but you will not say Wednesday. You
Mm,
further extend it to a Friday. So
Right.
it
It was a
reach time.
week before.
So
And
yeah, me.
yeah, man, because Tariq, I'm just leaving. I had a
Because
conversation this morning.
I forgot to say it to you, and I'm going to write it down, touch the part. I'm saying, no,
No,
all
man,
right.
I remember, man, because I've been sending messages, but before I even rant and rave,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go through my email because these prerequisite overrides are flooding my emails, and I'm hoping that I'm not missing anything. So I'm just gonna go through
And
um and double check. But if failing a response from 2 weeks now, I'm gonna
mm-hmm.
escalate it to the principal. This is foolishness. So I apologize. It's not it's totally out of my hands. Has been out of my hands, but I just kind of holding
So
it
just
down.
so it's going to happen. It's just that we have to wait.
No, but you see,
Because no, one right now, in
it is
regard.
it is it is it is it is it is too long away for me now. It's too long away for me now. All right. I hope you can see that. One of the things that I try to do, students, so that I can, because you do get marks. It's those areas in blue. Tell you. When I'm marking, I look for my V of X. The width, I look for the width here. So I get a mark for the width here. And I get a mark to put VFX over 2 here. And I get marks for these. So if you have all of these correct, chances there's a 1 mark. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is about a 10 marker. It's about a 10 marker. Now think of it.
Questions.
Go ahead.
We're supposed to put them exactly like how the ones in the blue put.
I I put it like that because I'm teaching.
Oh,
I know some of you would have gone ahead and written it in decimal form,
yes.
but I also did request that you work in your fractional form until you get to the final stage. Because once you start approximating from up top, it means that when you reach at the bottom to do the final approximation, you're still going to be off, even by far. So get into the habit, please, of doing your fractional form. I'm going to say it because it will only help somebody. One year I taught this course and I had a struggling student doing the course. The stationary point of the multivariable function, a 30 marker, the student got about, say about 10 out of it. Or, no, that's not true. Um, the student got, I think the student got full marks for it, or close to full marks. Say the student got full marks. Say the student got 30 out of 30. And then when I was marking the paper, I saw where the student selected the question on trapezoidal. And the question came for 10 marks. I'm gonna say, yeah, you get 30 out of 30 for the multivariable function. You must get the 10 out of 10 for that. And those are the only 2 questions the student answered. And answered correctly, well, supposedly. So I'm saying, yeah, man. So if the multiple choice is not so hot, at least you have 40 marks already. When the multiple choice paper questions were marked, the student barely got anything. But when I mark the trapezoidal, the student got the evaluation It was an exponential question. That's why I gave you the exponential question last time. It was an exponential question. And the student had everything out. The substitution was correctly done. But every bit of the evaluation was wrong. And out of the 10, the student got maybe 3 or 4 out of the 10, thereabout. And because the student never answered many questions on the paper, but the questions that the student attempted, the student got marks for those. And then the coursework piece wasn't so hot, the student ended up getting a D+. And you know, the truth is, had the student gotten full marks for the trapezoidal, the student would have gotten at least a C-. There was nothing I could do. There was absolutely nothing else I could do. Why am I telling you this? Learn something, because it may be a saving grace for you. To be honest with you, would I prefer to see a C-, then you get a redo. Then you get a redo. So I'm saying to you, be vigilant. We've gone through Newton-Raphson, we've gone through Maclaren's, we've gone through trapezoidal, and we did some differentiation of the exponential and logarithmic functions. And I'm not getting the feeling that students are on top of things. And if you make things run away with you, you're going to be in problems. When I ask you, I tell you. All right. Those are my words of encouragement for you, please, students. I pray that you'll have a good rest of the day for the other classes. We will get into some more past paper questions come next class. And please just come with your A game for class. Can't spend the whole day just working past paper questions, because I have other things to teach. All right, I have double integral and triple integral and multivariable functions of that and first order, second order partial derivatives and then multiple Lagrange multipliers to do. So I have to get the ball going quick and fast. Thanks for coming out and have a good one. All right.
All right, sir. Bless up.
You too.